What's this podcast called?
Stepsister from Planet Weird.
Podcast from Planet Weird.
Oh.
Luck of the Irish. More like freak me in the eyeballs.
I love this movie.
No!
I told you not to bring up prom in this episode.
You want to talk about prom, mama? Drama-ka-flama, baby. I was nominated for winner
God damn it! Hello, everyone.
Do you see this?
And welcome to episode 263.
263. You know what that means. 2 times 3 is 6. And 6 was in the middle of 2 and 3 because that's what it equals. 2 plus 3 is 5. Plus 1 more is 6.
This is episode 263 of Podcast from Planet Weird. If you don't know us, oh my gosh.
Then you don't fucking know us. Hi, hello.
Hi, this is a show where we talk about movies from our childhood, from back in the day, from the late 90s, early 2000s. You know. Yeah, that's some Marty hair. It's all over the place. I bring it with me. Yummy. Do you know how much Marty hair I've consumed in my life?
You can piss out a Marty.
I could probably create a Marty
from your shit.
Just
Marty?
The amount of times I just pull his hair out of my mouth. A strand. It'll be I'll have a cup of water
and then just.
Anyways. Okay, so we talk about movies from back in the day. Duh. Today we're talking about Ella Enchanted.
Sure. You know her?
People seem to love Ella, that enchanted bitch. But very exciting. Okay, so let's throw out a couple things here. This is the last episode of season 5.
This is the last one that you little freeloading bit. No.
This is the last episode of season 5 because next week we on March 7th is our anniversary, our 5-year anniversary of this podcast.
Happy birthday!
We will start season 6 after that next week.
You know what they say? 6 seasons and a movie.
And this is also the first episode we're doing since our Patreon launch. Hello to the video podcast on YouTube. Hi.
Look at camera.
We set this up for you. We got some lights.
We got lighting.
Trying to be professional.
Does this look too fancy? It feels too fancy for me.
Well, that's good.
Is this what streamers do? Is this what the future is?
All it took was a couple lights.
That's really and a mason jar.
Yes.
And a mason jar.
Yes.
Pain.
But yeah, so we'll get into Ella Enchanted in a minute. First, I don't even care how you are, because a couple of things have been happening in the news. Not the world news.
No.
Not that.
We won't touch that. We won't touch that.
We know there's a war going on.
We're not going to talk about it.
All we'll say is fuck Vladimir Putin.
There was that song. Dear Vladimir Putin.
Never heard of it.
Stop fucking up my shit, because you know I can fuck it up faster.
I've never heard of it.
Swimmers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we don't like swimmers anymore, though.
What? We just don't like the one guy.
Okay, but they all,
stood up for him?
They didn't kick him out.
Oh, well, there's that then.
And they,
Look!
And they knew how to block Twitter news. Anyways, some stuff happening in the news, pop culture news, relevant to this podcast.
Oh.
First of all.
We've all been waiting for it. Get your iTunes ready, get your Spotify, get your YouTubes, put on the Premiere button, figure out how to schedule it, put it on a Google Doc, on the calendar. You know what? Put it on your work calendar. Say, I'm taking the day off. Why? Because I'm listening to Sophia Carson's new album.
There we go.
I got there eventually.
Sophia Carson's debut album is finally coming.
Woo!
We've been waiting.
Everyone with Antissa.
I don't remember the date. I was just excited that we finally got a date, you know? That she finally said it's going to be self-titled, yeah.
Sophia Carson.
It's just called Sophia Carson.
I don't think I like self-titled albums when it's about when it's a person, not a band.
It's out on March 25th. That's this month.
Miss Girl, you can't promote an album that fast.
I'm saying she should come on the podcast.
The gay stands are going to gay.
Let's go, girl. Also, shout out to Dove Cameron. Did you hear her new song?
No.
Boyfriend? Oh, very good, very queer. The chorus is, I could be a better boyfriend than him. Great song. Love it. Love Dove. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is that someone on Twitter
doxed us.
No, posted about Zombies 3. They posted a release date. We got a release date, right?
Was it Paul?
No, it was not Paul.
Why did I sound like Kathy Bates?
Haha, I'm Paul.
Oh, Paul.
No, someone posted that Zombies 3 comes out, I think it was April 31st? April 31st doesn't exist. Don't do that.
They clowned you.
Don't mess with the zombie fans. I swear to God. I was hurt. I was like, oh my God, that's so soon.
Oh my God, that's going to happen tomorrow.
Well, because I was like, they're probably planning for a summer release, but then... And then someone pointed out that
that date is not real.
That's not a real date. 30 days in April, right?
30 days past September, April, June, and November.
Yeah, so still no release date. Paul, care to comment?
Paul, we know you listen, I think. Does he?
I think he maybe just bought more merch just to be nice. We don't know.
What if he does?
Paul, if you're listening to this, DM the podcast account, just the shrimp emoji. Just the shrimp emoji.
We won't say shit. We won't tell anyone. I will post it on social media, but I won't tell anyone physically.
Right. But really, those were the two things that I wanted to speak on. We got a fake release date and a real release date.
Is it?
From Sophia Carson.
There we go.
If anyone hears anything about Zombies 3 news, let us know. We need to be on top of it.
Please.
And with that, let's go ahead and get into today's episode. Ella Enchanted.
Woo!
Can anybody find me somebody to love?
Ella Enchanted is a 2004 fantasy romantic comedy film directed by Tommy O'Haver and written by one of my favorite writing duos in Hollywood, Karen McCullough-Lutz and Kirsten Smith.
I only know Kellen Lutz and Kirsten Dunst.
I'll talk about them in a minute. Loosely based on Gail Carson Levine's 1997 novel of the same name. It's a book.
I saw.
Starring Anne Hathaway and Hugh Dancy, the film plays with the usual fairy tale genre.
As a general concept?
Well, it's like Cinderella, but like there's some ogres in there, and
there's some Shrek. There's some Jack and the Beanstalk references.
Shrek didn't invent ogres.
Shh. Yes, it did. We got some Shrek. We got some Jack and the Beanstalk. We got some. What are these little cobbler elves? The cookie bitches. Little house on the prairie. What are the shoes? Elves. What are the shoes? Little matey has it. What's that story about the elves in the fucking shoes that's in Ella Enchanted that they mention?
I don't know. But anyways, so the director of this movie is Tommy O'Haver. And actually, something funny. Okay, so
Are those the ones that they have on Drag Race?
What?
When you look up Drag Race on Wikipedia, that's how they tally up the winners and losers.
Oh, that's how any chart is on Wikipedia. Okay. Just because you only go on the Drag Race Wikipedia.
The Drag Race Wiki.
The other week, I showed you the movie Get Over It.
Get Over It! Yeah, we watched it at work.
With Kirsten Dunst, Ben Foster.
I did like that movie.
Yeah. Are you okay? Was there a bug?
I thought, but it was just this little fold in my shirt.
Okay. So he directed that. He directed Get Over It. And then this was the follow-up film.
He knows how to make a film. A film?
And it's funny because...
He doesn't know how to make movies.
No,
he just did it.
It's funny because Get Over It also ends with the entire
a musical number
dancing to a song. Not even like an original song. It's just like
a cover. And this one, it starts with a musical number too.
It starts with one.
Remember? He's getting up because he just got dumped.
No.
And they're walking down the street.
Oh, Get Over It.
Not this.
I'm like, this one doesn't.
No, Ella had a mid movie musical.
She had a karaoke moment. Anyway, so that's who directed the movie. Screenplay by Karen McCoy Lutz and Kirsten Smith. So, they are the duo behind 10 Things I Hate About You, Legally Blonde, The House Bunny, She's the Man. Like, the movies that everyone loves.
Did she just call us bitches?
Those ones that were like based on Shakespeare, turned into a teen movie, except for Legally Blonde.
Was The House Bunny based on a Shakespeare in Love movie? On a Shakespeare play?
A Shakespeare play? No, I don't think so.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Shakespeare made The House Bunny?
I mean, I bet you could relate any like general story to Shakespeare if you like really wanted to. But I don't.
So what's this one? Macbeth?
This was just Cinderella. They don't all have to be. They did a couple other movies. Like they did The Ugly Truth, which didn't have to do anything with Shakespeare. They don't just do Shakespeare. Legally Blonde also wasn't Shakespeare.
What if The House Bunny was Macbeth?
Do you know Macbeth?
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about a son of a king. It's the Lion King. It's the son of the king.
No, that's Hamlet.
Macbeth is the witches.
Macbeth is the witches, and Lady Macbeth
drowns herself. That's Ophelia.
Being a baddie.
Is that Ophelia when she's in the river? That painting of Ophelia.
I couldn't tell you at Ophelia.
What's Hamlet?
Hamlet is the Lion King.
Then what's Macbeth?
Macbeth is the guy, isn't he wants to be... It's the one with the witches, and Lady Macbeth is the one who... Doesn't she, like, kill everyone?
Is she the bad bitch?
So, and then there's also other people credited on this screenplay, but, like, I'm gonna assume they maybe did some rewrites or, like, passes on it. Let's just acknowledge that it was Karen McCoy Lutz and Kirsten Smith. Love. Okay. Obviously, we got Anne Hathaway as Ella. This was post Princess Diaries, pre Devil Wears Prada.
But this is what got her the role in Les Mis.
Is it actually?
No, but could you imagine?
Get anybody?
They heard her say,
scene?
"Find me," and then they said, "You know, can you do a little rendition of?" Meh? No, that's Cats. What is her thing?
Anyways, so Hugh Dancy plays the prince in this movie. He's in other things. But fun fact, because we just talked about Stardust, he is married to Claire Danes, the star of Stardust.
Who is
the literal star of Stardust.
A star. A star was born. A star is born.
Cary Elwes. Is that how you say his name?
No.
The guy who was in like the Robin Hood Men in Tights movie. Wasn't he in The Princess Bride?
Is he the dad? No, he's the uncle.
He's in Saw.
Saw?
He had the saw and used the saw on his leg.
Is he the uncle?
Yes, he plays Sir Edgar.
Ew. He's Saul.
Eric Idle from Monty Python is the narrator that we see. We know him from the Scream team.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of other like British, Scottish, Irish people in this cast. Oh, we have Minnie Driver doing an American accent, but she's actually British, and we know her from being Jane from Tarzan.
I'm her daughter, Jane. No. You technically could use that in Tarzan. If he goes, "Are you the professor?" And she goes, "I'm his daughter, Jane.
Vivica A. Fox plays Lucinda the fairy, who is the whole reason this movie exists. The story happens because she did it. She was dramatic. And then we have Lucy Punch as Hattie, the main stepsister, the blonde one. The
iconic stepsister, the one that we all know as a stepsister.
And she also was a stepsister in Into the Woods.
She on record has she has played an ugly, a stepsister at least 3 to 4 times.
You can't just say things.
Look it up. That's like one of her known facts.
Lucy Punch. Okay, it says at least 4 times. You're right. It's on the IMDb page. Anyways, also Heidi Klum plays the giantess. Did you notice that?
Was that Heidi Klum?
I didn't know that until I just read that right now. Okay, so the budget for this movie, it came out April 9th, 2004. Budget was $31 million. What do we think? The box office was
45 million.
Okay, so it was actually 27.4.
It bombed. It did bad. Sarah, this movie did bad.
I mean, did you go see it?
No.
Neither did I. I don't even remember it in theaters. I remember it always airing on Disney Channel and like ABC Family.
I think because they pulled it after a week. They pulled the cats.
You think they pulled it because of the ogre and elf relationship? The interspecies relationship?
Because they were fucking.
Interesting. It got mixed reviews from critics. Roger Ebert gave the film a 3.5 out of 4. Praising it as the best family film so far this year.
And then Shrek came out.
This was years after.
And
Shrek.
then Shark Tales came out.
But it doesn't say anything about like why. I wonder what came out that weekend.
What year was this?
Oh, you know what happened?
Transformers.
No. Transformers was 2007. You would never in a million years guess what movie was top at the box office that week. The number one movie.
Shark Tales? What year was this?
Well, this wasn't the first week it was up there. It was the 7th week it had been out, but it was still tippity top at the box office, and that was
Avatar?
The Passion of the Christ.
Not on Ash Wednesday while we record The Passion of the Christ. Is it that one or the 10 Commandments? One of those movies, one of those big religious movies that like blew up is the reason why we have Under God and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, well that would have been 10 Commandments because The Passion of the Christ came out in 2004.
That's why we have it.
And we've been saying it long before that. We can all blame The Passion of the Christ for Ella Enchanted's downfall at the box office.
7 weeks of it being number 1.
It probably went more.
Congratulations, America.
Should we do an episode? I'm just kidding. I would never. On The Passion of the Christ.
I would rather stab my hands and arms like Jesus Christ himself and push
I've heard that movie is like gruesome. Like, why would I want to see
It's gore.
Girl.
Like people complain about like religious people, mind you. Religious people complain about like all these people watching them horror movies.
Why did
They're from Baltimore.
Okay.
All these people watching them horror movies and learning how to kill people. The Passion of the Christ. Bloody.
They killed your favorite people.
Jesus.
They killed the people.
They pillaged God.
God. Like, just watch VeggieTales. Watch them crucify a carrot, for God's sake. Back to Ella Enchanted. My Lord and Savior. Anne Hathaway. First read the book when she was 16.
The good book.
And she said there was originally a version of the good book.
The good book.
Ella Enchanted. She said there was originally a version of the script that was much closer to the book, but it didn't work as a film. She said that she prefers the way the movie actually turned out because it makes fun of itself for being a fairy tale. She said, "This is meta."
She said, what if this was camp? What if we sung at the end of the movie?
What if we did a choreographed dance number? What if I sang a Queen song in the middle of the movie for no reason?
What if there's a scene where someone yells, freeze, as I jump, and I stop reality all around me and I freeze?
I just want to say that I really hope Juan doesn't have COVID because he's spitting all over me.
You did too.
Did I really?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, well, you've done it multiple times.
Camp.
So she did her own singing in the film, and obviously that's why what's-his-face, Tom Hooper, cast her in Les Mis.
She did her own singing?
She did her own singing. There
we go. That's where Les Mis came. I keep going this way, but you can't see my face. This way, Les Mis.
Jim Mistry, who is this man who plays Benny,
was a class hero.
He's a British actor of Indian descent, and he said he enjoyed playing the talking book in the film because it offered him the opportunity to do something different from his other roles. You can't get less Indian than a talking book, and an American talking book, so it was great. He said, fuck Bollywood. No, but it was nice to see.
Or he said, Americans will only cast me as...
But at the time...
the Indian. The terrorist. 9/11.
But not this movie. But also there is the actor, her name is Parminder Nagra plays Arita, Ella's friend, BFF, who she has to say, I don't want to see you ever again.
And she is Indian as well?
Yeah, but like, I wasn't expecting.
I remember...
Everyone knows that only white people exist in fairy tales.
Well, that's the
Except for Lucinda. Like, there were people of color.
Yeah, and Lucinda was the meanest one.
Lucinda, like, yes, she was the one that fucked everything up. But in a way, that does make her, like, the inciting incident.
Lucinda caused the movie. Some may say.
This movie wouldn't have happened without Vivica A. Fox. Oh my god, she's the one she's the girl in Bend It Like Beckham. I love.
Let me see her picture. That's Comic-Con. What else is she in?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I recognize her.
That's actually WonderCon.
Shut up, it's a con.
Okay. I can't wait for our Bend It Like Beckham episode. The lesbians will freak out when we do that one.
They will bend it. Like Beckham.
Anyways, bitchin' soundtrack. Okay?
Who's the bitch?
Because not only is there, you know...
Karaoke.
Not only is there Jump 5's Walking on Sunshine, or Kelly Clarkson's Respect. Did you hear that? When that came on, I immediately said, that's Kelly. I knew.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, it was just in the middle, I don't know, some transition scene, but I was like, that's Kelly Clarkson. I knew. My ears are trained to hear Kelly Clarkson.
The first American Idol?
Was she the first American?
Ever.
Did you see that tweet?
What?
Oh, it was someone's mom had tweeted, I think it was just like a text from someone's mom that had said like, was Kelly Clarkson the first American to win? Or maybe it was just first American, and then they just replied, I think so. Also on the soundtrack is Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Jesse McCartney and Anne Hathaway.
Don't go breaking my heart. Yes.
And True to Your Heart by Raven Simone.
You got to be true to your heart. That's why. Did she do this for this movie?
I don't know, because did she not do it for like a special edition of Mulan? Because it was always on the Disney commercial.
I saw her singing, you must be true to your heart. You must be true to your heart. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they just double dipped and put it on both, because it was so good.
She did it. She did that. It's like when she sang Double Dutch Bus. Like, who could turn out a song like her?
Trivia for this movie. The woman who appears during the ending number carrying Edgar in a cart is Anne Hathaway's cousin Meredith.
Meredith?
Shout out Meredith.
She be choosing her own hand. Play that guy that we listened to earlier. That beautiful Scottish man. The
actors that portrayed the ogres, Jim Carter and Periak Brethnak and Daniel Napros, apologies,
all brothers,
were told that it would only take 2 hours to get into makeup and costume, when in fact it took 4 to 6 hours.
No one...
That's called a lie. That's call HR.
That's calling OSHA. You can call OSHA.
You can... That's... No. Who told you that?
Well, whoever tells anyone that you should always go higher.
It's going to take 10 hours.
This will probably take 10 hours. Get here at 3 a.m.
Originally, Heston, who is the snake in the movie, was going to be a puppet.
A puppet.
But the director quickly realized that it wasn't going to work.
So half this movie was fake.
What do you think it would have been if it was a puppet? Like a Jim Henson's Creature Shop puppet.
Hideous.
You don't think they could have made it work?
I think it would have been kind of bad.
Yeah, probably.
I kind of like the snake. The snake was honestly kind of good CGI.
The shoes that Ella has to steal in the mall scene were really made of glass. There were 2 pairs made, and through filming, Anne Hathaway unfortunately broke both pairs. Classic Anne Hathaway!
I heard him clinking, and I was like, how many times I broke?
Klutz. And then the last thing here is there are a few notable differences from the movie adaptation and the book. One difference is that in the book, Ella Enchanted... by Gail Carson Levine.
Okay, thank you. That took a while.
I figured that's what it's called. There is not an evil Uncle Edgar, character seeking to take the throne from Prince Charmant. But in the movie, obviously, we have that.
We have to. You can't just have bad. You can't just have bad.
You can't just have bad. Okay, but let's get into our notes here. Show the camera. Show the Patreon video watchers at home. Notebook. You can see. Our physical notes this time. Juan's are on his phone because he did them at work. Oh, you took a photo of a piece of paper?
Get out of the shot.
You can upload that to Patreon. So this movie starts out with the narrator, played by Eric Idle, like we talked about. He is talking about Ella Enchanted. He's like, first name Ella, last name Enchanted. No, her name was just Ella.
She says Ella Farella.
Ella never had a fella. Remember Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, anyone?
There we go.
Megan Fox should have been in this.
What?
Because she was in Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
Keep reading.
So Ella of Pharrell.
Pharrell.
Is the
Pharrell?
place. No. She's this crying baby. When. I'm a little baby.
I'm a little baby. I don't have any money.
Right? And then Lucinda... Who is she? An ant? Is she she's just a fairy that shows up?
So we got the crying baby, right? We got the crying baby Ella. We got the mom. We got the live-in housekeeper who is also a fairy, but she's kind of bad. She's kind of bad though. And then Lucinda, who just pops up. It's like. Is
this like if my neighbor came in and put a spell on my family?
This is Maleficent. Like, and the idea of Maleficent is like when a baby is born, fairies come down and bestow gifts onto that baby. Like, you're gonna be a beautiful baby. The other ones can be like, you're gonna be smart. Like in Maleficent, the original story for...
You're gonna have IBS.
You're gonna have IBS, don't eat hot Cheetos, yeah.
You're gonna get a kidney stone.
Bye!
At age 24.
How about I do? But, yeah, so Lucinda just comes down, but they're like, hide her. Lucinda gives the worst gifts. She is shit. Gifts are shit. Outfit is shit. Personality, shit.
So the gift she gives her is the gift of obedience.
Because she says, I can't think. I can't do it. And she
can't do it.
She says, you know what? This baby's going to listen. Obedience.
Mm-hmm. And
at first I was going to say, what a shit gift. But then after in our job, after seeing some of the kids that we work with.
Some of those kids need to be given the gift of obedience.
Let me tell you something.
So only Lucinda can take back the wish. Because Minnie Driver says...
I can't
do
it.
She says I can.
But Lucinda won't because she says, no takesies backsies. She's such a raw bitch.
She said black, no gives backs or whatever it's called. That's a thing.
Anyways, she says that.
I didn't just make that up.
Also, I love when the narrator says there's good guys, there's bad guys, and there's some guys in between. And let me tell you, there's some guys in between. No.
Black, no trade back.
Black backs, no trade. Is that racist?
Following an action or the transfer of an object from one party to another, vocalizing black, no trade back prevents the receiving party from returning the action or the object to its originator. If it's on Urban Dictionary, it's law.
There might be some racial tension behind that saying.
There might be. I've also heard, isn't there one that's like X out?
Well, there's no takesies backsies.
Yeah. Everyone knows that one.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyways, so Mommy Ella.
And Daddy.
Ella's mom is dying in bed, and it's her last wish.
And Dad is a broke bitch.
And she says, don't tell anyone about this gift that you have, because people are going to take advantage of it, okay?
And they would, because we see Ella starting to get into trouble. How do they not watch what they're saying? Like, there's that scene where Ella's like at her birthday and she said, dig in and pig out, I'll be right back. She just goes to town on that cake. She eats that cake.
This movie should be a wake-up call to all of us to make sure we're not just giving orders to people like that.
How about that?
Can you hand me that eraser? Not just, give me that eraser.
I'm not doing shit.
Listen, I'm probably not going to change my ways. I'm probably still going to show up at work and say, give me some duct tape.
And I'll obey.
You'll obey. Because I'm bae.
And I'll obey.
So yeah, and then she gives her this little necklace.
Her little necklace.
She says, look to yourself. You're stronger than this spell.
She says, do this for yourself.
Exactly. And then we have Daddy Broke Bitch. What's his name?
Daddy broke bitch.
Who knows? But he's getting married to this new stepmom and that's the stepdaughters. And we're like, okay, Cinderella.
I get it. What's with these shitty broke ass dads?
He sells watches or some shit? Is he that guy on Recess?
He's the guy on Recess. He's selling fakes.
Okay, fake Rolexes.
Mm-hmm.
I admire it, actually.
That's the hustle. That's the grind.
So then, we see that, like... Okay, wait, so the first thing is Hattie.
Hattie shows
Why
up.
Doing this?
Hattie
like I have a sock
is Hattie.
puppet. So Hattie gets the first clue of, like, she's like, oh my god, I love that necklace. Like, you should give it to me. Give me that necklace.
She says, show us your closet.
Yeah, she's starting to realize, like, something's going on here. She's a robot? If I was Hattie, I would have thought that's a cyborg. I wouldn't have thought there's a spell. I would have thought, robot.
That's that bitch. What's that bitch name? What's that robot bitch name? What's her name?
Oh, Sophia.
That's Sophia.
And then we have that, like, community college scene. I wasn't expecting education.
This is crazy.
This
This movie is like contemporary set in fantasy medieval times.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I hate when people are like, let's go to the Renaissance Fair. Why can't the Renaissance Fair be modern?
Because look at the modern life right now, Juan. Let's go back to when if you had a virus, you just died from it peacefully after eating your chicken leg.
Soap is the only enemy.
Anyways, so that's...
Soap is against God.
That whole community college scene, it's more of Hattie realizing...
Because she goes, what does she say?
Just admit you're stupid and don't know what you're talking about. Hold your tongue.
Hold your tongue.
Yeah. And then we see...
Shit your pants.
Oh. King and Prince Charmant Ultra... they're
Plus Ultra.
riding in a carriage and they're going to go to this mall opening.
Not the mall.
At the bazaar. The Neopia Bazaar.
Is that...
Neopets.
You know what? Every time I hear bazaar, did you ever watch that? Did you ever watch that show? Or did you ever read those books?
What are you talking about?
Did you ever see those books that were like Dinotopia or something like that?
No.
Okay. Just me.
Ella and her friend, what's her name?
I don't know, but they're protesting.
Arita are protesting. Yes. They are the liberal agenda, let me tell you.
They're here.
They said, say no to Ogreside. There's segregation going on.
This movie has segregation. Could you believe it?
Could you believe? I think her name is Arita.
A severe socioeconomic structure. Kids in cages. I mean.
Karen McCullough and Kirsten Smith wrote this during the Bush administration. They knew what they were talking about. SB 1070.
There we go. Oh my god.
Was SB 1070? Obama was president then, wasn't he?
No.
SB 1070?
SB 1070 was.
Wasn't that in high school?
It was Bush to Obama.
Okay. Either way, the
U.S. presidents have never done shit for no one.
Except for when those slave owners gave us President's Day off.
The one good thing.
I'll take that day off.
National parks, be damned. Medicare, be damned.
I will cuss your name out. George Washington. Anyways, so Hattie says, go home, Ella. Stop protesting. Get out of here. And so Ella says, beep, boop, boop, bop. Gotta go. And because she's a robot. And then she bumps into the prince in the woods because he is running away from his mob, his fan club.
Groupie.
He's Harry Styles. These are the
Stylettes.
What are they called? Are they directioners still?
The Harrys?
The Harry houses.
Harry houses!
So the prince runs into Ella and she's like, I don't even care about you. I hate your, like...
I hate your legislature.
I hate your administration.
Yeah.
You're just George Bush's son. Did he have a son?
George W.
That's what I meant. When I say George Bush, I don't think about that old-ass one.
The one that died in karaoke?
Died. But she's not like the other girls. He literally says you're not like the other girls. because she's like, it's like the enemies to lovers thing. Basically, they're like, you're annoying. We don't get along.
You're hot. And I am too. Meh.
But we don't get along.
And I love you.
So that's their scene when they meet. And she's fucking pushed. She almost gets run over because he said, stay right there. I'll grab your purse. That's my purse. I don't know you.
She's in the street.
Yeah.
In the street.
She couldn't move. So he.
And then he pushes her and goes, why didn't you move? I would have been like, you said not to.
I would say that's assault. Assault and battery.
You're going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
I get the kingdom.
But yeah, so then they're like, she's like, okay, bye. Never see you again. And he's like, yeah, we will. And then we have the shoplifting scene where the girls, they're taking advantage of Ella. Not really the other one, but Hattie. Hattie knows what's going on. She's
well, like, no, Olivia goes, steal that. And that.
I thought her name was Olive. Is it Olivia?
It's Olive.
Is it? Olive is just it's a cooler name.
It's Olive.
The other reindeer, you know?
Yeah.
You know her? So there's a shoplifting scene. Then we have them, they tell the stepmom, they're like, tell her that Arita made you do it. And then tell Arita you never want to see her again. You hate her. I hate your gut.
And then the sister goes, and tell her that you would never be friends with an aristocrat.
With a brown person.
Yeah, she basically says, say you're racist. No, but then the sister, what's her name? Hadley? Hattie? She's a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I love...
That was so sad, that scene, like, when she's like...
Well, she's sobbing. She's like, I can't...
She's like crying as she said that. That was acting.
She felt that.
That's what she won the Oscar for. Her Oscar for...
Les Mis. Brokeback Mountain.
No, it was for Les Mis, right? When she had the short hair. And she said, it came true. That was just, you know...
That was that.
That was just making up for the acting in Ella Enchanted.
She used this to motivate her for that scene.
For I Dreamed a Dream.
She said, I dreamed a dream.
She was like, let me think about what I told that brown girl in Ella Enchanted.
That I was a racist. Life worth living. And this is when she goes, I never want to see you again. I streamed. There we go.
Okay, anyways, Ella needs to find Lucinda. She decides, she's like, I gotta find this girl. She's gotta take back this wish.
But before she does that, she's gonna punk their ass.
And she looks to the screen and says, this is the inciting incident of the film. This is what's gonna motivate the whole entire story.
Listen up, y'all, because this is it.
But yes, then she does do the poison ivy prank, and that's just fun. Goofs and gaffs.
That's just fun goofing and gabbing, yeah. There's a scene a little bit earlier, though, where she goes to Hattie and she goes, because Hattie's like, I'm going to be the one that's at his coronation. And she goes, yeah, you are. With an apple in your mouth on the table. Mm-hmm. And I said, she just called her a pig.
She
little
did.
porquita.
And then Mandy, Minnie Driver's character, is like, oh, I'll help you find her. I have this boyfriend book. Don't we all?
Mine's right there.
Don't we all? And some would call the Bible a boyfriend book. Paul, the Apostle Paul, gay. I'm just kidding. I don't even know who Paul was. I just know it's the name of someone.
He's a beetle.
Yeah, so she's like, here, he'll tell you where Lucinda is, and they say that Benny is the name of the guy in the book, played by that actor who said, I'm brown and I'm playing this book. Mm-hmm. Giantville. She's going to a wedding in Giantville.
Because that's where she saw Lucinda getting turned the fuck up.
On her way into the woods to grandmother's house.
I sang that in my car.
You know what else? Fairy Tales and Anne Hathaway. She was Little Red and hoodwinked. I know!
And then into the woods?
Was she into the woods?
No, but...
Okay. Ella meets Slannon, who is an elf, who hates music, hates fun.
Theater. Gays.
He wants to be a lawyer. But it's against the law.
Because authoritarianism. Right?
Sure.
Is that what it's called? Fascists.
They have to be all cheery and clowny, all these elves.
Gays. The elves are gays. The elves are theater gays. Prove me wrong.
You say so. But he's gonna go with her. They're, it's a buddy comedy. Shrek and Donkey.
Shrek and Donkey. I thought they were gonna pile on like more people.
Like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be the elf and then the
ogre.
And then the giants. And it kind of becomes that later on.
They're all there at the end. And at home, Ella's invite to the prince's ball arrives. The prince is giving a ball.
The festival? The festival!
The stepmom and stepsister are like, what? She got invited? Fuck her.
And then, wait, don't they check invitations? Doesn't it say for Ella a Pharrell? Pharrell?
A Pharrell. A Pharrell.
Pharrell?
I mean, there's no IDs back then.
You could say you're anyone.
Then we meet Nish the ogre. And there's a big fight, a big tussle, and the prince comes to save Ella and Slannon.
Ella's a walking weapon, by the way, because you can literally tell her
splits.
The kick, that little.
And he's like, "I'll go with you to Giantville," and she says, "Okay,
sure."
And then they're riding horses, and she's calling out his shitty policies.
Well, no, because she goes, he wants to be a lawyer, and he goes, well, I can't really. He's saying diplomatic answers.
Before we get to the wedding, we see that the giants,
the
enslaved
immigrants,
giants,
the immigrant farm workers,
treated like shit,
paid little to nothing.
And he's like, "Oh my god, I didn't know this."
Because he's what? Rich and Caucasian.
Lives in a tower, doesn't know anything about the kingdom that his family is running.
I could have never imagined that in my kingdom, people would be mistreated.
But, okay, so now the prince, we're having this late night fireside. Oh, wait, before we get to the fire, actually, he's like, "Oh, I can help you get to the Hall of Records.
Because you need to figure out where Lucinda is because she's so hard to track. Maybe we can find her home address through the census records.
Of course.
Public records.
And then Ella says, the giants are like, sing. And she says, don't make me sing. Can anybody?
Guys, I don't know the words. I can't. Find me.
Yeah. Glee Hoomst.
At first, I thought she wasn't singing.
Bohemian Rhapsody Hoomst?
I thought this was a fake voice.
No, it's her.
Because she goes, can anybody? And I'm like, not real.
That was her.
But then when she comes in with the chorus, each morning I get up, I die a little. And I said,
oh my god, Leah Michelle is quaking.
Leah Michelle tried out for this role and didn't get it.
Leah Michelle learned Spanish just for this role. Just for this one.
He learned Spanish.
So then we have, after that whole musical number, we have the fireside talk where the prince and Ella are just...
Also, these giants are bossy bottoms. Dance.
One of them is Heidi Klum, apparently.
Sexy Heidi Klum.
This is news to me.
Also...
She should wear that to the Met Gala.
The ogre outfit?
What if someone showed up to the Met Gala in stilts?
I'd be like Cam.
Like a carnival person. Not everything is Cam.
Cam.
Looking Cam straight in the eye.
With the stilts on.
But anyways, this whole scene, they're like, it just seemed very fast to me because like they end up kissing. He says, "Kiss me," and then he's like, "That wasn't in order." But just like earlier, you have free will. Like, kiss me if you want to.
And then she goes, "I'll kiss you through the phone."
Kiss me through the phone. But they kiss, and to me, this just seemed very fast.
They were using tongue.
This just seemed.
I saw Anne Hathaway use tongue. She went.
Is this not... She, like, just met him, no? Stop.
Yeah.
She just met him, no?
Yeah.
This just felt fast.
People,
even for a fairy tale. Even for back then.
Sarah, people go on first dates.
You meet one man and all of a sudden you're getting hitched. I get it. It was a fairy tale land. But
Sarah, people literally go home and bang.
I know, but, like, it just seemed weird for Ella who, like, hated him so much.
I did that one.
I guess she was just taking anyone. She's like...
Are you calling her easy?
Anyone who's not an ogre. No, I think she just, like, wanted to, like, get out of her home.
She wanted kids.
She hated her dad. She didn't hate her dad. He was just too busy.
I would have hated my own dad.
but she hated her stepfamily. I think she was looking for any way out.
She tried to kiss.
And she said, he lives in this palace.
He a king?
I'll kiss.
He's trying to make a difference.
I'll make kiss.
I'll make kiss.
Someone on List used to say that.
I'll make kiss.
It was either Chris Katie or Steve Katie who, like, I don't know, he would always say that phrase, like, I'll make kiss with her. I'd like to make kiss with her.
Ew.
And I always thought that was funny. Anyways, so they kiss. That's a whole thing. And then we have the girls, the fan club, getting a tour of the prince's palace.
Because the inauguration?
Sure. The coronation?
Coronation is tomorrow.
No tonguing the foyer.
Doma mi shokasuba.
What?
Whatever they yell in the Princess Diaries.
Oh, get off the grass.
But it's don't kiss the foyer.
No tonguing the foyer. These women who say he walked these floors, these are Harry stands.
If they saw that
on the floor, the gross carpet.
When Olive goes, I wonder if he showers. He probably showers naked.
I wonder if he ever showers at all.
You think if someone told him this is where he shit, they'd lick the toilet?
We're gonna move on. But anyway, so the prince, because like they're all there to go see the Hall of Records, and then Ella's like, they're here. And he's like, it's fine.
But they see her.
We meet Uncle Edgar. Uncle
Edgar, who probably has never trust a man, and this is my thing, and this goes back to that guy at Starbucks. Remember that shitty guy who had the blue Lives Matter sticker? Never trust a man. Hat. No, God.
Don't trust a cis man in a backwards hat.
Don't trust a cis,
unless they're in a pop punk band.
Don't trust a cis man or any man who has heavily groomed and extremely cut facial hair. Like, heavily groomed, heavily cut facial hair. They are not trusted. They are not to be trusted. That man, he had those...
That man was Vladimir Putin.
And I'd believe it.
And we could have stopped this.
We could have killed him.
Had we pushed him. Had we pushed him down at the Starbucks.
Hey, don't do that.
What? Oh my god. Oh, that reminds me of when we saw a shoplifter at Disneyland. Not you.
Oh, I was like...
Not you.
The math.
No. Anyway.
Someone shoplifted?
Yeah, someone shoplifted at Disneyland, like, on Main Street in one of the places. I think I've told this on the podcast before. But anyway, someone grabbed, like, a hat, was trying to, like, pull the tag off. And, like, it was, like, me, Melissa, Dylan. Or no, was Dylan there? I don't think he was. Me, Melissa...
The turnaround
Lisa.
trip.
Yeah. And, like... We, like, fully saw them. Like, then they went to the lockers. It was the shop right by the lockers. And, like, I think they dropped it because they knew we were, like, following them or something. And then we told a worker, and they, like, were like, well, we can't really do anything, like, with it because, like...
It's fucked up now.
Yeah, because she, like, tore it so hard that, like, it fucked up the hat. But she's like, but thank you guys for doing that. Like, she's like, I don't know why people would fucking steal, like...
In Disneyland.
Like, shut the fuck up. You know it was a white woman.
Was it a white woman?
I'm like 98% sure.
What's
I didn't get a photo.
What's the other 2%? White man.
No, it was a woman. I just assume it's a white man or white woman.
It had to have been. She's crazy.
Who else just yanks at hats like that, ripping price tags off?
No, I'll say this: minority groups.
They keep those tags on.
We say fuck it,
so we can return.
Hey, this didn't fit. Can I get a refund?
This didn't work out for me. I wore it to a wedding the other night. Anyways, so Uncle Edgar and Heston the snake do not like Ella. This whole movie, we see, like, Heston going, ooh, I don't like that. He was the gossip girl of the movie. He was like, I don't like where this is headed. He said, XOXO, I hate her. Spotted Ella being a bitch. Prince being a little simp for Ella. Hate them more.
Spotted on the Upper East Side next to some trees and some garbage. Ella kissed the prince.
Oh my god, should we do a Gossip Girl podcast?
No.
And then we have the stepsisters. First the prince tells his uncle that he's going to propose to Ella. Very quick, I'll say.
This is medieval times.
Even quicker. But whatever. And so he's like, what? You are? Why? Because uncle is evil. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
Stepsisters tell Edgar about Ella's curse.
Because he goes, if you tell me what's up with her little bitch ass, I will give you my nephew's hand in marriage. Would you? And she goes, I'll kill her.
My nephew's locks of hair.
My
nephew's weekend wig.
Not the weekend wig.
He wears it on the weekends. So then we have Edgar is gonna have her murder the prince. He says, here's what's gonna happen.
You're gonna
ghost face stab him.
Dun, 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 dun. Because he walks into the library and goes,
what the fuck?
Pick that up.
Excuse me?
That's what he does to her.
I was just attacked. He actually tried to knock down my book. But yeah, so we have Ella writing a letter to the prince.
I'm gonna write a letter.
Because she's trying to get out of this. She says, I gotta get out of here.
And then another thing that he says is that you can't tell anybody about this, or you will die. What if...
Black, no takes backs.
No!
He says that at the end.
It just feels racist.
No, yeah, it probably is. It stems from racism, I'm sure. And then we have Slannon chaining Ella to a tree upon her request.
Is that the grandmother tree from Pocahontas? Why did it have a face?
I don't remember.
Did you see the face in the tree?
No, but I don't remember Pocahontas.
Look it back.
But so she's like, if I'm chained here, then I won't go and kill him.
No.
Duh.
But who? And then she says, go into the forest, get all the ogres, all the giants, invade the castle, kill everyone.
Mm-hmm. And then...
There can't be no ruling class if there is no ruling class.
Who the hell shows... Oh, by the way, the stepmom's Botox. Can we just...
The bat talks.
Can we just talk about how it's...
She looks like the Joker.
She looks like...
I just watched that movie. For you.
What movie?
For you. Batman.
Which one?
The Michael Keaton one.
Oh, you hadn't seen it before?
No.
Oh, okay.
I watched it for you.
Thanks.
And she looks like him. She looks like the Joker.
She looks like Donegan Giggles when he gets transformed in Spy Kids. I love.
Lupin's a man, help us, save us.
Ugh. Anyways, but yeah, so then Lucinda shows up in front of Ella at the tree, and she's like, oh my god, you're chained up. Let me untie you.
Girl, No. Ella is pleading for her life. She goes, please just take it away. Like, don't untie me. I don't want to do this. Like, you can, like, please, I will hurt somebody. And she goes, no.
Good. A direct quote from the film, everyone. She says no.
No.
She's like, you need a dress. You need to go to this ball. So that's what she gives her.
She is cracked out. Why is she...
She just loves mess.
She is an agent of chaos. Just like those little bitches from the Little Rascals.
And then we have the prince saying to Ella,
I'm going to kiss.
Tell me how you really feel.
And she's sobbing because she knows what she's about to do. She's going to stab him.
She says, I love you. And then we are in the Hall of Mirrors where he proposes. The clock strikes midnight, which is when this is all about to go down.
And she just manifests a knife.
And then all of a sudden, a dagger.
The dagger of the what's it, Knights?
Oh, from Halloween Town High? I did spit that time on myself. And maybe a little on you. What fucking... I guess it's Romeo and Juliet with a dagger.
A dagger.
I forget the famous line about a dagger. Anyways.
Romeo and Juliet.
So
another Shakespeare play.
She's holding the dagger behind him. And she's like fighting it.
And she's getting all these like flashbacks of people going, Ella, you're ugly, you're fat. Go do a split. And the mom going, no one says any of that. Yeah. Then the mom goes, Do this for yourself.
She says, what's inside you is stronger than any spell.
You have the touch. You have the power.
Yes, Optimus. And then she's like, you will no longer be obedient.
And Cher, Manda?
Cher comes out and starts singing Believe.
Char, that's a shit name. Prince Cher, is like, you're about to murder me. She was about to murder me.
He's like, what the fuck? And then
Miss Man, did you not listen and wait?
She gets locked up, and his uncle is like, oh, she was just trying to get close to you to kill you for the ogres and because of all of our shitty policies and all this. And then
do you think he actually believed him? Like, do you think he actually believed him?
He's dumb.
He is kind of dumb. He's a himbo.
He's kind of dumb. Not even. He wasn't buff enough to be.
No, he's not thick.
No, he's no Johnny Bravo.
No, he's just kind of stupid. He's
just
a dumb
regular
twink.
Man.
He's a stupid twink.
And then who shows up to
No
save...
offense to all the stupid twinks in the world.
So he shows up to be the lawyer with his ogre pals.
And they knock everyone out.
And he said, did you hear this line? If the gauntlet doesn't fit, you must acquit. Did you hear that one?
Not him. Do not bring him into this house.
A little reference to OJ in this movie. And that's why we love Karen McCullough and Kristen Smith.
Because they're not afraid to be camp and bring OJ into this.
Everyone knows that OJ is camp. Okay. Anyway, so they break her out. And then as the prince is about to become a king with the poisonous crown...
She goes, drop that crown!
Yes. And then the big fight. The big tussle happens.
Oh my god. Flips. Stunts.
Somersaults.
Swords. Somersaults. Vomiting. Shitting. Blood. Red. White. Wedding dress. Prince. Snake. Sisters. Fighting.
Blackmail. Jury duty. So then Ella is explaining, like, that crown is poison, your uncle's setting you up, he's evil.
He killed your dad.
Yeah, and then...
He kissed you.
And then that part when the uncle puts on the thing, goes, oh, fuck.
Idiot.
How did that not kill him? Like, did it, like, brain...
I think it's supposed to, like, incapacitate, like, yeah, like, just shut him down.
He's, like...
I think it's supposed to shut him down.
He's bandaged up. Is he, like, brain dead, do you think?
I think so. I think it's supposed to be brain damage.
Oh, no. He didn't get to participate in the musical number.
No, he did. He got wheeled out by Heidi Klum.
I know. No, by Anne Hathaway's cousin.
Oh, no.
Who is not Heidi Klum.
Imagine.
Heidi Klum appeared in Ocean's 8, starring Anne Hathaway.
Heidi Klum.
Anyways, so then the girls are going after the snake for trying to kill the prince.
This is when the fandom is good.
This is where BTS's army...
The BTS army rose up.
Defeats the evil. They defeat Heston the snake.
The evil has been defeated.
And then we have the stepsisters finding out that the curse is broken. When she goes, wanna bet?
Because she goes, you're never allowed to kiss him ever again. And she yanks that necklace off of her face and goes, betcha bitch. Mm-hmm. And then she raw dogs him.
And then we have Ella and Prince Char's wedding. And then we have Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
I wouldn't if I tried.
And then there's like those little things in there. Like Mandy turned Benny back into a human.
After becoming a pumpkin.
Yeah, so like good for her. We have Slannon and giant Heidi Klum apparently being together.
They kiss. They make kiss.
The BFF Arita is there.
She was invited.
Anne Hathaway Ella had to explain, like, I was under a curse. You know how that is. That happens.
You ever been cursed?
But anyway, that's the movie. And I'm just now realizing that I think I was supposed to look up reviews. So I'm going to pull up my phone.
IMDb.
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 IMDb. Alright, I'm going to read this one just for you because I know you'll get mad. This is 8 out of 10 stars.
I hate what's about to happen.
In 2018, written by Matthew Silverhammer. Oh, that's a Beatles reference. And it's called Take Note, Shrek. This is how you do an anachronistic fairy tale send-up. With sincerity and humor, it firmly commits to its high-concept idea. The biggest surprise is how much it has to say about patriarchy, class disparity, systemic bigotry, and feminist autonomy, all without losing its light charm.
Oh my god. Fuck you, Shrek. I like Shrek a lot.
A lot of people in the reviews are mentioning Shrek. Oh.
Okay.
What? I have to read this one. Okay, and then finally, this one was...
I'm scared.
This was written a year ago, March 2021, by Kermit Kid.
No.
That's not me, even though that seems like a username I would have.
It seems very in your wheelhouse.
It's 8 out of 10 stars, and the title of this review is My Sexual Awakening to BDSM. This movie made me...
No, not the chained up to the tree! Stop talking!
This movie made me realize as a kid, I'm a submissive male who wanted to obey Anne Hathaway's every order, which in my teen years spring into a deeper delve into BDSM. So thanks for that. Alright.
And that's the review.
And
why can't I never find gems like this? Mine's our thesis statements.
Find more movies where there are people chained up. We do have some tweets. These tweets are from Jared. Hey, at Jared _ at Jared _ Van L.
_
Who hadn't watched the movie until high school.
Okay, you missed out.
I mean, I didn't watch it till now.
Me too.
Oh, we didn't even talk about our history, but I didn't watch it till today.
I watched it. Wait, really?
Or to a few days ago. Yeah, I always saw the ads on Disney Channel and ABC Family and stuff, but I never...
I went out of my way and rented this from Blockbuster.
Oh, damn. I've heard, like, within the past few years, people being like, oh, it's such a great movie. But,
it is great.
Wow.
She lit.
Okay, so Jared says, I swear right from the opening there are so many Shrek vibes. This is definitely the better Cinderella musical adaptation with Minnie Driver. Is there...
It's not really a Cinderella musical, but we get it.
I mean, it is Cinderella.
It kind of is.
Her name is Ella.
Cinderella.
Was Minnie Driver in another Cinderella movie?
Who's Minnie Driver?
Mandy in the movie.
Who's Mandy?
The one dating the book. Anyways, we love young Ella being anti-racist. The way this movie is a commentary on women's and girls' lack of bodily autonomy in a patriarchal world. That's what Karen McCoy Lutz and Kirsten Smith can do for us. Yes.
That's what they wanted. That's what they needed.
Why did they not tell Ella's dad about the gift? Did the mom not trust him? Did she think he'd judge her? Why?
Because the dad is such a con man that he probably would
make her do everything.
He was gonna make her do shit, probably.
You sell these fake Rolexes.
I hope she disowned that dad. He's kind of shit.
Was he at the wedding?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know why, but but he was.
I just know that if this movie came out today, the right would boycott it because of Ella being an SJW snowflake. I just know it.
Yep. Right. True.
How dare they use a cover of Walking on Sunshine that isn't by Ali and AJ? It was by Jump 5. Shout out to them. Still love, but no, not as good as Ali and AJ. Ella seriously up to date on every social issue. Colonization, racism, genocide. We stand an activist icon.
She's in the know.
Yes, respect to Kelly Clarkson singing Aretha. We love it. Kelly. Love her.
Party with Aretha.
Everyone wants to party with Kelly. Not gonna lie, if I lived in this world, I'd be singing along with the elves and performing with them all the time.
And what does that say about you? What does that say about the elves? Theater kids.
Crazy how Somebody to Love didn't exist before Anne Hathaway sang it in this movie. Queen Who. This was
such a good cover.
The sexual tension between Ella and Chart right now is palpable. Such a great movie. 10 out of 10, 5 stars, all of the good thing, and it's the Lady Gaga gift.
Incredible, amazing, spectacular.
Credit song is amazing, and Raven Simone's cover of True to Your Heart too.
You must be true to your heart.
Thank you, Jared. These are from Emily, at Emily Jean Palmer. Ella is a social justice queen. I'm so confused by what time period it's supposed to be in the movie.
It's modern
Renaissance.
Modern Ren. There's an escalator. Modern Ren. Fantasy modern.
I don't even want to
Loretta.
Loretta Modern. I don't even want to think about how it works to have a book as your boyfriend. It's like a
ladies call him the page master.
Long distance relationship. Ew. Long distance. You just like, instead of like FaceTiming, he's just a book. You eat dinner. He's there.
He shows you how to cook.
He's the recipe.
He's the recipe book.
Cookbook. Let's see. Heidi Klum is one of the giants.
How did she know?
I wonder if Ella would have suffered spontaneous human combustion if she never got detached from that tree.
Wait, what?
Because she was like ignoring. She was not listening to the curse. Like, do you think maybe something could have happened to her? Should have exploded, disappeared, faded away.
I think she would have. The flash style vibrated so fast.
I think the tree would have uprooted
and walked her to the.
Or like.
Well, because halfway the tree falls. Did you catch that? The tree just goes.
No. I love this movie so much. I saw it in theaters in 6th grade. Oh, she's one of the ones.
Yes,
she said, "Fuck the Passion of the Christ." I saw it in theaters in 6th.
She also saw the Passion of the Christ.
In 6th grade and used to love the book too. It's such a feel good film. Besides the murder attempt, 4 out of 5. Okay.
Wig.
Okay.
Some may say wig.
And
Como se dice wig?
I think that's it for tweets. Juan, what are our final thoughts on the film?
Well, I watched it today in the middle of our job.
Yeah.
A 1 hour, 40-minute movie took me approximately 4 hours to finish. Who would have thought?
People coming up asking you to do your job.
Not even that. Just people being fucking loud.
No, yeah, I know.
Loud. Screaming. Yelling. I love this movie.
Okay.
It's like fun. It's camp. No. It's kind of campy.
It is kind of campy.
It's fun. It's like Shrek. It's like a live action Shrek without wanting it to be live action. Like people are like, make a live action Shrek. No.
You don't want that.
No.
It
would be hideous.
That's Shrek the musical.
And even that's already like kind of annoying. Not gonna lie.
Haven't seen it.
I've seen it like a billion times. You know why?
Your family loves it.
Those bitches out there. They fucking love that shit. No, my younger sister likes it. She used to watch it a lot. But I don't know. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I think it's hip. I love Memory All Alone in the Moonlight. Love Anne Hathaway.
It's not.
That's not the musical. I know.
She has never sung that.
No. For all we know. For all we know. For all we know. I like it. I'm gonna give it like a solid 3.7 out of 5. 3.75 out of 5. A 3 and 2/3.
Okay. You know, I wrote down 3, but I'll bump it up to 3.5.
It's like good,
just
right?
From what like Jared and everyone was saying about like obviously I knew watching it of like, oh, like she's recognizing like fuck genocide and like fuck the classism and everything. But I never even really thought about how it's like about like how women don't have like bodily autonomy.
Periods? Birth? Control?
No. What? Control over their bodies.
Because men.
Yeah.
Because you can't have baby. No, you will have baby. You have to have baby.
What the fuck? No, I'm baby. What are you saying?
Abortion.
Just about how like women, it's like, you know, the years of like silencing women. You just stay home, do this one thing, have a baby. You're only
get
good
married,
for cleaning, cooking, all this stuff. Like not pursuing your own dream, all of that. Just, you know, just being sexist. And then it is a very feminist film, and I didn't even really think about that.
I'll say this:
too busy looking at the ogres and giants and shit.
Children are the dream killers. Babies are the dream killers. Never have a baby. Follow your passions, and if your passion is to be a mother, like good on you, but like don't.
If your passion is to have a baby, okay.
Just know what you're getting into. And if that baby is shit, you have to figure that out.
Whatever you do, just don't put a spell on it.
Don't make it
obedient. What kind of spell?
What kind of... That's shitty parenting.
And with that, let's give a shout out to the one, the only.
Iris is our podcast artist. You can follow her on Twitter and Instagram. She's probably doing great. You know what? In the moment where trans people are getting attacked, support someone that's trans directly. Give her fucking money. Give her...
Her tip jar's open on
Her
Twitter.
tip jar's open. Give her cash. Give her $3, $4. $100. You want to be a little slut? Give her $1 million.
I don't think our listeners have $1 million.
No, just give what you can. Give what you can. Give what you can.
Is Bill Gates listening? Hi, Bill.
$1 billion right now. You know you got it. It's pocket change for you, you stupid little lizard person. No, yeah, give as much as you can to trans people. Iris is trans, obviously. We not like that's her main feature. Like, yeah, she's trans. That's all she is. No,
but you just went on a rant about trans people after saying support her. So obviously we put 2 and 2 together.
There we go.
Trans, yes.
But yeah, support her. She's our Iris. You can do that, and you can follow her. What? You can follow her on Twitter and Instagram at Creamsicle Panda, and you can support her financially through Twitter on her Twitter tip jar or through Patreon, where you can also support us, but that's not important right now. You can support her at patreon.com/creamsiclepanda. And if your coworkers eat Chick-fil-A, make them donate to trans organizations, just like Sarah did.
If there's one thing I'll do, it's bully people who are eating Chick-fil-A.
At this point, I think we should. It's not that great.
And I got the receipts. Eat at another fucking chicken place.
Eat Cane's. It's probably cheaper.
Eat at Popeyes.
Yeah, Popeyes.
Or just don't eat chicken. I just don't understand.
Go get some chicken nuggets from McDonald's.
Get some chicken tenders from the deli at the grocery store and some waffle fries from the freezer section. Like, chill out.
Okay, not gonna lie. The fries. Have you ever tried fries popcorn chicken?
Oh, fries, the
grocery store.
No. I thought you were talking about
Ralph's. Some people have it as Ralph's.
This is not a promo for chicken. You can follow us at Planet Weird Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. We're going to be back to streaming soon. We got like a capture card. Like we mentioned, we got some new lights.
Freaking look at this.
We got a new mic stand. So cool stuff happening. Go follow on Twitch if you haven't already, because we'll stream some stuff soon. Shout out to our Patreon supporters. That's right. Patreon!
Can we put like a little sexy music over this? Like,
don't make me do more work.
Okay, I'll just do this while you say the names. Okay.
It's going to be terrible to edit. Yeah, if you want to get a shout out on the podcast with the rest of these lovely, lovely people, go join our Patreon. The link is in the description of this episode.
Can you say one and I'll say the other?
A link on our website. The $5 and up tiers, you get a shout out at the end of the episode. So we will do that now. Go ahead.
Alyssa Youssef.
Okay, so no, I'm going to do all these because you don't know the names.
Ayisa Youssef.
Grace Wearspan? Grace, I never know how to say your name. I've written it so many times, but sorry.
Love it. Alexa Pratt.
Emily Palmer.
Whitney
Harris.
Your handwriting isn't not good.
Well, I didn't think
Whitney
you were going to read
Harris.
these. I know everyone's last names. I could have just written.
Okay, you write. You say them.
Whitney Harris. Jared Van Leeuwen.
Okay.
Just like that ice cream.
I've never had it.
And Ivy Giant Heidi Klum.
Sexy giant Heidi.
It's late. Merch also in the links are also in the description. Next week we're going to be talking about not a movie but a TV special, and that is Zoe 101 Spring Breakup. You can, it's obviously not like streaming, sadly, but you can rent or buy the episode on like iTunes or, other places like that.
Or find it illegally because we don't want her to have the money.
It's probably streaming illegally. If you don't want to support Dan Schneider or Jamie Lynn Spears.
Reasonable.
Very reasonable, I agree. It's one of the seasons. I can look that up right now just to confirm. But y'all can just rent the episode or buy it or just look up, I think it's like an hour long episode. Yeah, so it's at the end of season 2. It's season 2, episode 12. And it's 99 cents if you get it on iTunes, but I'm sure you could find it for free online. But that's the one we're going to be talking about. Not a full ass movie, just a TV special. It's a TV special that changed our lives, truly. Chase and Zoe, will she get that message?
I've always been afraid of dropping my phone into water because of this.
Because of that.
Like, what if someone doesn't... What if I'm going, Mom, pick me up, it's late. And she never gets it, and I was left at the grocery store, and I died.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're talking about next week. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching over for the Patreon video.
I keep looking at this.
Yeah, it's this right there. And we will catch you next time. Don't force people to do anything. People have free will. That was today's lesson.
Always ask for something. Never demand it.
Exactly.
But we will demand you to wear your mask and wash your hands.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.